sin is not a part of your original blueprint. It is nothing more than a belief system rooted in fear, perpetrated by the Abrahamic religions on this planet. And this false religious matrix programming that has literally sold you on this lie that there is a man in the sky who watches your every move, who judges you and decides whether or not you've sinned and whether or not you go to heaven or hell. It's false. It's always been false. And this sin programming is a part of this religious doctrine and dogma to keep you giving your power to religion. So sin has one purpose and one purpose alone. And it's truly designed to keep you from ever descending into your womb. Because if you descend into your womb, you will find a couple of things. First, you will remember that your womb is a gateway to your own divinity, completely debunking every belief, every dogma, system, structure that's a part of religion, completely debunking it. You are God and Goddess. You are divinity. And you will also find in your womb all the power you have given to the false religion matrix. And in so doing, guess what? You will begin reclaiming that power so you can reclaim your divinity, your sovereignty. So I like to call sin a Shakti inversion net or a sexual inversion net, because Shakti energy is sexual energy. They're one and the same, but due to all of this religious programming, there's so much misidentification and confusion around sexual energy. Sexual energy is your life force. It is your Shakti. It's your inner healer. Sexuality is a part of you. It is not to be shamed. It is not to be guilty about. It is not to be repressed. It is not to be overindulged in. It is not to be addicted to. It is not to be expelled. And because we have fallen from our own divinity and given our power to an external divinity, and then given our power to the sin programming, which imbues so much shame, guilt, regret, infidelity, jealousy, cheating, conditional love. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of everything that weaves through its net. And the Shakti inversion net, literally, Shakti is meant to be ascended to our higher Garden of Eden, lower Garden of Eden, higher Garden of Eden. She is meant to ascend because your womb is her home. She is not meant to descend. So this sin programming inverted her ascent into a descent. And this sexual programming is what leads us to expelling our precious Shakti, our precious life force, sexual energy, through unconscious orgasms and ejaculations, thereby depleting ourselves of our inner healer, of this energy that we need to access our higher consciousness. So we have been programmed by giving our power to this false religion matrix to expel our Shakti. She is what guides us home to our divinity. So do you see why now that this sin programming is important to keep in place, to keep you giving your power to the very religions that created it, to keep you from remembering that you are not God and Goddess? Yes, you are. And that's what these false religions don't want you to remember, because if you do, who are they without a bunch of followers giving them power? So this reminds me, it ties in to what I was dancing with last night in ceremony. And a beautiful soul sister had messaged me, and she's diving deep into a lot of past traumas, post-birth, postpartum depression. And one of the things that she had deeply shared with me was that she had tried to suffocate her child. And that rocked me to my core, so much so that I carried that into my own self-healing practice. And immediately, once I started dancing with it and unraveling it, first, I had to feel all the ways I have suffocated my inner child, all the ways I've suffocated my sexual energy, my Shakti, my inner healer, all the ways I've suffocated my emotions, all the ways I've suffocated my voice, my truth. Because the sin programming, well, it weaves through all those areas of your life that are not just sexual. Let's look at going to a restaurant and moaning because you're enjoying the food so much, and that's just who you are. But the sin programming says, shh, that sounds too sexual. People are going to look at you. You shouldn't do that. Or taking a deep, full breath in a library where everybody is breathing quietly. So any expression that we have deemed as being too much, anything that we have deemed as being too much of this, too much that, too much emotion, too much whatever, fear of being too expressive, too sensual, too loud, too whatever. All of that is sin programming. And that is how we suffocate ourselves. And then the next visual I had, Mother Earth showed me how all of her ancient temples and pyramids and her goddess statues have been buried, have been destroyed, or worse yet, have been built upon. With what? Religious churches, covering up our ancient, her story. And then I felt into, wow, my body is a temple. This religious programming is literally, it has been built on my holy temple body. By me giving power to it, this programming is not just stored in your mind as a belief or as a story. It is stored in the body as programming. It is stored in the body as traumas. It is stored in the body as all these suppressed emotions. So then I felt all the ways in which I have built on my holy temple body with all of the false matrices, all of their systems and structures and programs and belief systems and blah, 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 that then led to traumas and emotions and pain. All of that has been built upon my holy temple body, burying my divinity, burying my sovereignty, burying my freedom, because I gave my power away. And that is why I am so excited to be guiding you all who choose to join me this Saturday in this womb kriya ceremony, where we're going to be plunging deep into the false religion matrix, deep into the sin programming and all the ways that it has manifested in your life and suffocated your divinity. And we're going to go deep. And I can promise you that if your womb desires to join this ceremony, but you have not consciously said yes to it yet, your womb may start manifesting symptoms, pain, what have you, as a cry, as a message, as a call to you. Come home, descend into me, reclaim your power, because I am your gateway to your divinity. You have to descend into your lower Garden of Eden in order to ascend into your higher Garden of Eden. Not without passing through your middle Garden of Eden, your heart. So if you feel called to join me in a group of sisters where we all contribute what we are transmuting, what we are setting as an intention in that womb kriya ceremony, we contribute it into a collective womb cauldron. And then we wake up our inner healer, Shakti, and we are going to reverse that Shakti inversion net from expelling our Shakti down and out to pulling her up and in. If you desire to join, and you have not joined a womb kriya ceremony yet, please do not forget that your first ceremony is my gift to you, because I desire you to feel the sacred medicine. There are no words that can do it justice. You just gotta feel it, just like you just gotta feel it to heal it. And join me in my cosmic rebirthing portal if you're not already a sister in my portal. It is a safe and sacred space where not only do I share more than I do on my social media channels, but I also am curating a pilgrimage through all of these false matrices, guiding you in this journey through excerpts from my somatophobia book, through my own healing experiences, through downloads from my daily practice, to assist you and guide you home to your higher self. So sisters, thank you. I love you. And I cannot wait to guide you home to your divinity on Saturday. Mwah.